Attraction is a powerful force that shapes human interactions, relationships, and emotions. While modern psychology explores the mechanisms behind attraction, such as reciprocity, scarcity, and emotional triggers, dark psychology delves into strategies that leverage these principles for personal gain or manipulation. However, from a Stoic perspective, controlling attraction isn't about exploiting others, but rather mastering your own mind, cultivating virtue, and aligning with universal reason. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what lies within our control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting external events unfold naturally. This philosophy provides a counterbalance to dark psychology's manipulative tendencies, grounding its insights in ethical living and self-mastery. In this essay, we explore how to control attraction using dark psychology, reframed through the lens of Stoicism. Each principle emphasizes wisdom, resilience, and integrity, ensuring that your approach remains grounded in virtue rather than coercion. Understand reciprocity and emotional investment. One of the core principles of dark psychology is reciprocity, the idea that people tend to mirror behaviors they receive. If you give attention, kindness, or affection, others are likely to reciprocate. Conversely, withholding these elements can create distance or spark curiosity. From a Stoic perspective, reciprocity aligns with justice, one of the four cardinal virtues. Justice entails treating others fairly while maintaining balance in relationships. For example, instead of manipulating someone by alternating between warmth and coldness, a tactic known as hot and cold behavior, use reciprocity ethically. Invest emotionally in those who reciprocate genuine care. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What injures the hive injures the bee. Manipulating reciprocity harms both parties, undermining trust and mutual respect. By focusing on authentic connections, you inspire admiration without resorting to games." Leverage scarcity without exploitation. Scarcity, a psychological principle, where limited availability increases perceived value, is often weaponized in dark psychology to manufacture desire. For instance, appearing less available or creating artificial barriers can make you seem more attractive. Stoicism champions detachment and non-attachment to outcomes, which naturally generates an aura of scarcity. When you stop chasing validation or desperately seeking approval, you signal independence and self-sufficiency, qualities that draw others toward you organically. For example, dedicate time to personal growth, hobbies, and friendships outside of any single relationship. This behavior communicates strength and maturity, compelling her to reconsider her priorities. As Seneca emphasized, no man is free who is not master of himself. By mastering your desires and attachments, you position yourself as someone who commands respect and admiration. Master your emotions to influence. Others' dark psychology often involves triggering specific emotions, such as jealousy, insecurity, or longing, to manipulate someone's behavior. However, Stoicism teaches emotional mastery as a means of influencing others positively rather than destructively. High-value individuals regulate their emotions through reason and reflection, ensuring that external events don't dictate their behavior. For example, if she expresses criticism or pulls away, resist the urge to react impulsively. Instead, pause, reflect, and address the situation thoughtfully. "I hear what you're saying. Let me think about it and get back to you." By projecting emotional resilience, you become someone who commands respect and admiration. Women are drawn to men who can handle life's ups and downs with grace, knowing they won't crumble under pressure. As Marcus Aurelius observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. By mastering your reactions, you reclaim agency over your happiness, regardless of her choices. Using silence strategically. Silence is a potent tool in both dark psychology and Stoicism, but their applications differ significantly. In dark psychology, Silence may be used to create discomfort or uncertainty, prompting someone to fill the void with assumptions or pleas for attention. From a Stoic perspective, silence serves as a form of restraint, an exercise in controlling impulses and speaking only when necessary. For instance, during moments of conflict or tension, practice active listening by asking thoughtful questions, nodding attentively and responding empathetically. Such gestures validate her experiences and foster deeper connections. Avoid interrupting or imposing judgments unnecessarily. Epictetus famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 tongue, so that we may listen twice as much as we speak." By prioritizing listening over talking, you position yourself as someone who values understanding over ego, a trait universally admired. Strategic silence also demonstrates patience and confidence, qualities that enhance your attractiveness without compromising your integrity. Set clear boundaries to command. Respect boundaries. Define the limits of acceptable behavior in any relationship. Dark psychology sometimes exploits blurred boundaries to maintain control or secure compliance. For example, someone might guilt trip you into bending rules or crossing lines to satisfy their needs. Stoicism advocates for fairness and justice, urging individuals to uphold their rights while respecting others. Setting clear boundaries reinforces mutual respect and prevents exploitation. For example, if she repeatedly cancels plans or fails to follow through on commitments, communicate your expectations firmly yet kindly. "I value our time together, and it's important to me that we honor our plans moving forward." Clear boundaries empower you to protect your peace and ensure that your needs are met. Women admire men who know their worth and aren't afraid to assert it respectfully. Cultivate mystery. Through self-sufficiency, mystery captivates attention and sparks curiosity, a key element of dark psychology. By revealing just enough to intrigue while withholding unnecessary details, you keep others guessing and invested. From a Stoic perspective, mystery arises naturally from self-sufficiency and inner contentment. When you prioritize your passions, friendships, and personal growth, you project depth and purpose. For example, instead of constantly updating her on your life or seeking reassurance, focus on living authentically and fulfilling your potential. Epictetus taught, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." By clarifying your values and goals, you ensure that your actions stem from authenticity rather than external pressures. Self-improvement shifts your energy away from seeking validation and toward becoming the best version of yourself. This transformation makes you magnetic to others. Practice active detachment. Active detachment, a hallmark of Stoicism, involves releasing attachment to specific outcomes or expectations while remaining compassionate and engaged with life. Many men struggle with relationships because they tie their self-worth to another person's presence or validation. If she becomes distant or disengaged, detach emotionally from the need for her attention. Trust that everything unfolds as it should, guided by universal reason. For instance, if she creates space, respond calmly. "I understand if you need some time to think things through. Let me know when you're ready to talk." Paradoxically, this detachment often draws people closer. When you stop chasing or appearing needy, you project independence and self-sufficiency, qualities that intrigue and inspire admiration. As Seneca emphasized, nothing lasts forever. By embracing impermanence, you reduce suffering and open doors to new beginnings. Inspire curiosity through excellence. Curiosity thrives on excellence and achievement. People are naturally drawn to those who excel in their pursuits, whether intellectual, creative, or physical. Dark psychology leverages this principle by encouraging displays of competence to attract admiration. Stoicism champions striving for excellence, virtue, as a lifelong endeavor. Associating with individuals who dismiss or hinder your progress contradicts this principle. For example, dedicating time to fitness, learning new skills, or advancing your career demonstrates discipline and ambition, qualities that inspire respect and admiration. When you prioritize continuous improvement, you radiate positivity and purpose. Women are attracted to men who continuously evolve and contribute meaningfully to their lives. Self-improvement shifts your energy away from seeking validation and toward fulfilling your potential. As Seneca noted, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Use every experience as an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Lead by example. Leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to inspire change in others. When someone sees you acting with grace, integrity, and purpose, they naturally gravitate toward you. Your calm demeanor and dignified behavior may prompt reflection on her part, encouraging her to prioritize your presence. For instance, if she notices your ability to remain composed despite challenges, she might recognize the strength and stability you embody. This subtle yet impactful form of influence aligns with Stoic principles of leading through virtue rather than coercion. As Epictetus taught, if anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone." By embodying patience and understanding, you model behaviors that elevate both yourself and those around you. If she observes your continued commitment to excellence and kindness, she may feel compelled to reconnect, not out of obligation, but out of genuine appreciation for who you've become. Mao. Trust the natural flow of events. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us to trust the natural flow of events. Life unfolds according to universal reason, and resisting this process only creates unnecessary suffering. If attraction or connection is meant to happen, it will occur naturally, without force or manipulation. Focus on living virtuously and authentically, trusting that your efforts will yield positive outcomes in due time. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so sincerely." By surrendering attachment to specific results, you open yourself to unexpected blessings. If she returns, welcome her with an open heart, but only if it aligns with your highest good. Conclusion. Balancing wisdom and virtue. Controlling attraction using dark psychology requires caution. It can easily veer into manipulation or exploitation. However, reframing these principles through Stoicism ensures that your approach remains grounded in virtue, reason, and self-mastery. By focusing on what lies within your control, your thoughts, actions, and character, you cultivate qualities that naturally inspire admiration and respect. Through Stoic teachings, you transform ordinary interactions into extraordinary moments, leaving women captivated by your character and charisma. In doing so, you become not just a man they notice, but one they deeply respect and admire. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Cultivate virtuous habits, refine your communication skills, and approach every interaction with authenticity and kindness. By staying true to yourself and aligned with universal reason, you ensure that nothing and no one can undermine your autonomy. Final answer. Understand reciprocity and emotional investment. Leverage scarcity without exploitation. Master your emotions to influence others. Use silence strategically. Set clear boundaries to command respect. Cultivate mystery through self-sufficiency. Practice active detachment. Inspire curiosity through excellence. Lead by example. And trust the natural flow of events to control attraction ethically and effectively.